The show starts in 1 minute.
Please remember to replace the speaker on the post when you leave the theater. And now, on with the show.
Hello and welcome to episode 98 of Saturday Matinee Theatre, brought to you by your friends at the LONGBOX CRUSADE. We're back in Casa de Vega in our recording studio set up in one of the many unused rooms here in the Vega home. I am your host, Jared Albrecht, the RTL artist, and joining me, as always, is the Philip to my James. It is Pat Sampson, a.k.a. DJ Cristados. How are we feeling today, loyal friend Cristados?
I am feeling good today, Jared. I am good. I actually shot somebody today, and they fell. They fell over.
Yeah.
You believe that?
That's a good day.
I'm a good shot.
You are a good shot.
Took maybe 20 shots, but you know what?
You got one of them.
I got one of them.
You got one of the bottomless supply of El Lobo's men, which I think I actually wrote in my It's ridiculous.
He's one down now. He's one down.
But we'll get back to that. Also joining me is our enthusiastic butler, Ronaldo. It is my brother, Jason the Weasel Skull Albrecht. And how are you today, Jason?
Doing all right. It's laundry day. You know, I got to get the smell of smoke out of Zorro's uniform. And then, of course, he likes to have it nice and starched. So I'm gonna use that elastic starch or whatever, that fantastic stretchy starch that we've got going on. Give that sense. It was 10 cents a box. I figured I'd give it a try.
Why not? And that will bring us to the evil land baron himself, our own J.A. Marsden, Delvin the Dark Web Williams. How's that land grab business going these days, Delvin?
Not bad. And, much like the hero of this tale, I just like to sit back and sing a song of Pat, could you help me with the loot? Like, could you just...
Sure. Hold on a second. Delvin, here we go. Okay. Let me know. You want me to play a couple chords for you?
A couple chords.
Okay.
Couple chords. Just want to show my singing chops. So,
okay. Here we go.
Right, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Mama, take this badge from me. I can't shoot it anymore. All right, how about that? Just a couple bars. That's all.
Yeah.
Did I sound like Zorro?
And you're gonna see, I'm gonna flood this reservoir.
I can always tell
flood reservoir.
We are like a Voltron team that comes together to make dumb stuff. Oh, man. And I tell you what, those of you watching live, we are recording this in front of a live audience in the super secret chat. And if you want to get in on that, that is at patreon.com/longboxcrusade for as little as $1 a month. You can be in the super secret chat. Super secret chat. That was the remix. And like Auburn Elvis and AU Kathy and someone else I think is watching, unless it's one of us. But anyways, if you are watching, you see one of the cool posters they made for this serial. It's packed with lies, though, because he's carrying a sword, which we have not seen. And I don't know that we will see in this, but it's a cool poster. I'm just going to say. Anyways, that's what's going on here on the live recording. We appreciate each and every one of the Crusaders Club members who supports us here. So, definitely sound off with any thoughts you might have in the chat. And with that, Pat, let the listeners know what they are in for per the script. Pat, per the script.
Per the script. Okay. All right.
Never tell them what they're really in for.
No. Always keep them guessing. Here at Saturday Matinee Theatre, it is a retro review show brought to you by the LONGBOX CRUSADE. We are taking you back to the past with some potentially overlooked retro awesomeness in the realm of television, movie serials, or films. Basically, if it's vintage and it's kind of forgotten, we're going to dig it up. On this episode, we'll continue our dive into the 1937's Zorro serial, Zorro Rides Again. 1937 Zorro serial was produced by Sol C. Siegel. It starred John Carroll as Zorro, Helen Christian as Joyce, Reed Howells as Philip, Duncan Ronaldo as Ronaldo, Noah Beery as J.A. Marsden, and Richard Alexander as El Lobo. So grab your six-shooter, oil your whip, and ride into adventure. But don't forget, you need to shut the floodgates.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Just remember that.
All right, before we hand it over to Delvin for this episode's info, let's take a look, or in this case, a listen, or if you're in the Super Secret Chat, a look to commercial that would have been playing at the time this episode was released back in 1937. This will help us get in the right time frame of mind, if you will, transport us back to the 30s. For this episode's commercial retro rewind, we have Quick Elastic Starch.
Hello, everybody. Brooks Henderson speaking. Looks like a snowstorm we're having, but the cameraman was so interested he came up too close. Hey, let the audience see what it really is. Not snow, but fine, downy powder. It's starch, a quick, self-cooking starch, ready in no time at all. Watch. She moistens it first with lukewarm water. No wax to add. The glider is in the powder. It's a complete starching mixture. Now add steaming hot water from faucet or kettle. No boiling, no cooking, no need to skim or strain. Simply stir, and perfect hot starch is ready. Now look, see how the 4 secret ingredients in Quick Elastic make ironing easy. No sticking, no scorching, your iron fairly glides. Do all your starching this wonderful new way. Things look and feel like new, fresh and fragrant. They wash easily. For easy starching, for beautiful ironing, ask your grocer for Quick Elastic Starch. Large package, 10 cents.
All right, guys, let's talk about Quick Elastic Starch.
That was my name in college.
Ah, damn it. I was literally just going to say large package 10 cents. But we've been doing this too long. We've been doing this.
Elastic starch or large 10-cent package?
Either way. You know, it doesn't matter. According to my script, Jason gets to talk first. Jason, what do you think about Quick Elastic Starch?
I got to thinking about it. I know I have an iron in my house somewhere, gun to my head. I couldn't tell you where it is. I can't remember the last time I picked up an iron. And so the starch thing, it's like, it's not really resonating with me. I did use starch back when I was in the military because sometimes, you had to iron your uniforms and stuff if you were going out, for parade or something. You were all officers, so you didn't do all that stuff. Right? Had some private doing it for you or something, spit shining your boots and everything. I'm not bitter, not much, but the point being is, man, if that was easy, like that Quick Elastic Starch was easy. It's just pour it in and then mix it in for 20 minutes, left-handed, then switch to your right hand and then boil a teapot or run some hot water. It doesn't have to be boiling, but it better be damn hot. And then you put it in there and then you just mix it again for about 15 minutes and then you can iron your clothes. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we just sprayed it out of an aerosol.
Yeah, I thought I had a spray. Yeah. So I guess my point being is every now and then I watch these things and I'm like, oh, that was kind of amazing. I wish we still had one of those things. This is not one of those ads.
Albert else in the chat says that snowstorm at the beginning might have been cocaine, which is exactly what I thought too, which means we've all been on this program for too long. And he also
I thought it was one of Pat's old commercials.
Hey.
No heroin.
No heroin, yep.
He also said the rise of synthetic fabrics has greatly reduced our use of starch for clothing, which is pretty true. But let's see what. He just took a big mouthful of starch himself. Let's go to Pat for let Delvin finish the bite he just took. Let's go to Pat for the for his thought.
You caught me. Oh, sorry. I think I'm the only one in my household that knows how to iron. I know where it is. I do have like a big aerosol can, it's like a couple bucks I got at the Walmart for like starch. You spray it. You like got to have those collars. I don't like it when the collar goes kind of wonky.
Yeah.
Like off. Yeah. Oh, I hate that. When I used to dress up for work, but now I don't. I'm getting older and it's like, whatever. Anyway, I actually use an iron and it was in a hotel for a wedding about a few weeks ago. So I do know how to use an iron.
That's a good point, Pat. I went to a wedding a few weeks ago myself, and I attempted to locate the iron in this house, and it's the same house Jason lives in. I never did find it.
If you located it, let me know, because I attended the same wedding, and I didn't iron. Yes.
But yeah, what a process to make starch. And did she spray it on there, or was it part of the iron? I don't know.
They ever actually showed her. Did they show her applying it?
I don't remember seeing that. No.
Huh.
Did they just dip it in there?
Dip it?
I don't know.
Yeah. A little more fun facts in the chat from Auburn Elvis in our super secret chat. Wrinkle-resistant clothing began to appear in the 1950s, spurred on by the invention of wash and wear cotton treated with chemicals to create a more permanent pressed fabric. All right. He also has a can of starch that he sometimes uses on his Auburn Elvis costume. All right.
There we go. All right.
We should have
He's
got.
like me. You got to have that collar, and he's got that nice collar and that
Nice collar. Yeah. All right. Bring us home, Delvin. Quick classic starch.
Wait a minute. Auburn Elvis uses a costume. He's not like that all the time.
Just assume that's how it was at all times.
Oh, okay. Well, I learned two things today. Yeah, like the other one. Imagine scenario, if you will. Like this was the 30s, right?
Yes, sir.
So, like, imagine you're the 30s, and somehow you fell outside the norms of the nuclear family, the wife, the two kids, the white picket fence, the little dog. You're just a single dude trying to make it. And then you see this commercial and it's like, in order to iron, which I don't like, I have to cook, which I don't like. Just shoot me now.
This was the 30s. It was even hard to go out to eat. You kind of had to cook.
That's the first thing. Oh my goodness. This is why we don't go back in time. Like, well, if I dialed it back 100 years and I had to do this, it just like, no, I'm not going anywhere. Like, I
go wrinkly.
I need the guy wrinkly just to make a point. It's like, ironing is stupid.
Trust me, 100 years from now, we won't do this.
We do not do this. I know where the iron is in my house and the ironing board, but like, I'll be damned if I ever use it. Jared, I will be damned.
I call it.
We could give him a new 1930s nickname, Wrinkles Williams.
Wrinkles. I love it. Now with that, like, funny thing is, I also want to add, since Jason brought it up somewhat, one of my buddies from work, Mark, he's a young man of like 22, 23, and he was, he's done well so far, at where I work and all that. And he was mentioning how, ironing was taking up a lot of his time. And I was like, I'm going to tell you what I learned, when I was a lieutenant, because when I was in ROTC, like when Jared was in ROTC, I ironed my uniforms, did that thing. When I became an officer, my dad, who was an enlisted, himself, said, you are an officer in the Air Force. You do not iron your own uniform anymore. Pay for the dry cleaning. I gave Mark the same advice. I'm like, you make plenty of money now. You just got a hefty raise, bro. get the stuff dry cleaned. No ironing. Screw that. No.
You're helping yourself. You're helping somebody else's business. Everybody wins.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did the dry cleaning medium. I was a medium starch guy, and I'll only break out the iron if it was like, oh crap, we've got that thing today, and I don't have a fresh press one.
I did the same. I was the same way. Yeah.
So yeah, you know what though? The one other thought I had on this commercials I watched is I thought Delvin in particular might like it because we haven't had one in a while. Where it's just like show the product how it works, and I know Delvin's a fan of that. Like
That's
this
fair.
is the product.
Yes.
This is what it does, and I immediately thought of you when I watched it. I was like, oh, Delvin's gonna like this one.
Yeah, that is true. I came away knowing exactly what the product was and how it's used. I just skipped past that and went immediately to the comment. I have to cook to starch, to iron. Oh,
Yeah,
I just want to sit around smoking my Marlboros,
taking your engine
working
apart,
on
put it
the car,
back.
yeah.
Working on my magic tricks. Whatever that candy was, the magic
See,
tricks.
that was the problem with that commercial. Is all we remember is the magic trick and not the candy. Oh, but I tell you the only one thing, and we'll move on. That did jump out at me. We mentioned it in the commercial. They were like, you can either use hot water from a kettle or from the faucet, which made me realize that back in this late 30s, they had to say that because a lot of houses didn't have a hot water tap. And so that was kind of just a neat mark in history. And they were like, you can use faucet or the kettle. And I was like, oh, they brought up the kettle because some homes still didn't have hot water. Like I read somewhere that was it 50 years ago would be what 19 I don't want to do the math.
75, Jared.
75. Okay. So it might have been more. It might have been 75 years ago, but basically 2 generations ago, having a hot shower in your house was like the thing. It was like, oh, you have a hot shower in your house. 2 generations back. That was impressive.
Or my
Right.
tour in Iraq.
Yeah, or my tour. Yeah, I didn't have one here either. Anyways, now that we are in that time frame of mind, let's go to Delvin for the episode info.
Chapter 8 was titled The Plunge of Peril. It was released estimated date about December 4th, 1937. The directors, William Whitney and John English. Writers, Frank Adrian, Morgan Cox, Barry Shipman, John Rathmel, and Ronald Davidson. There were no guest stars for this particular episode. As a reminder, all 12 episodes are available on YouTube. We highly encourage you to watch this episode before proceeding with this podcast, because not only is it just more fun that way, but Jared is about to give a synopsis about this episode, and then we're going to discuss it. There are going to be some spoilers heading your way, so if you haven't watched this episode, we recommend you pause here, go check it out on YouTube, and then come back to join our discussion. After the summary of the episode, it's about 4 minutes. I'm kidding. Overall, it's 17 minutes per episode. It's not that big of a time demand one way or the other. If you're watching along with us, we'd love to hear your insights. Don't forget us to give your comments. Contact at longboxcrusade.com, at Longbox Crusade on almost all social media, or leave a voice message at 707-532-5269. That is 707-532-LBOX.
Pick up the iron.
Never pick up the iron. No, Lou. No, put it down, Pat. And with that, let's turn it over to Jared for the episode summary.
When we last saw Zorro, I'm pretty sure how it's pronounced, he went into a burning building to save the proof that Marsden has been paying El Lobo and his seemingly endless supply of goons to cause trouble for Philip and Joyce's Yucatan Railroad. And then the building crumbles due to the fire with Zorro inside. This episode, it's revealed that Zorro saved the document, sort of, by dropping it out of the window, but El Lobo snagged it up. And it's revealed that the floor of the building collapsed, but Zorro was able to hang onto a window ledge. Kind of lame, but at least we got to see him use the whip to swing to safety. Apparently, the paper trail evidence wasn't that important because Zorro just heads home to chill and sing some swoon tunes to Joyce. Meanwhile, Marsden orders El Lobo to attack the railroad's water supply. Ever the industrious guy, El Lobo heads to the dam and not only cuts off the water supply to the railroad, but decides to flood the town for good measure. Luckily, James receives a phone call about the water supply and heads to the dam to save the day. He defeats El Lobo and a couple of his goons and closes the floodgates and then begins to escape via a funicular. Yeah, a funicular. I had to look it up.
Yeah, of course you have to look it up.
Yeah, it's a cart for going down steep railway drops. And the goons hit a switch to make the funicular go super fast, seemingly dropping Zorro to his doom. All right, guys, it's time for highs and lows and what does, and we start this one with Pat.
I didn't know what a funicular is.
Funicular.
Yeah. Funicular.
Funicular. Funicular.
Sled ride or whatever.
Sure.
That's a ride I don't want to be on.
No.
Especially when they let it go on the fast mode, you know. Definitely don't want to be on that ride at all. But what I want to talk about is I always liked, in the beginning, I like the title cards. And I caught a funny thing on this one.
Go on.
is as they go through the, it starts with Marstead. He's trying to blah, blah, blah. And then it goes through El Lobo, which we all know is Brad. I don't know why.
Good old Brad.
Good Brad. And then, they give it a couple other people. And then they go to James Vega. Apparently makes no effort to protect his interest in the railroad. That's the title card for his name.
It's true.
They should have just had him like the shrug emoji.
He's smiling, all debonair and all that with the ascot on there. And it's just like, I had to pause. I rewounded it and to go, apparently makes no effort to protect his interest in the railroad. Then the next one is Ronaldo, who protects the protection of his secret identity. That was funny, but I like that. I like that they put those title cards there. It helps get the characters a little bit more.
Yeah, I always read them at the beginning of each one, but that was particularly funny.
I don't know. I don't know if it was. Has it always been like that?
No, they changed them a little bit. They changed them a little bit on each one to kind of update you. Kind of
okay. So I'm going to have to keep looking at
and
that.
Some of them remain the same, but some of them do change a little.
Yeah.
A lot of chat about the funicular in the super secret chat right now.
It's just an icular now because they took the fun out of it.
It's gonna be a long episode, isn't it? Albert Elvis says a funicular is a type of cable car with a car on each end of the cable. As one goes up, the other goes down. There's one that goes up and down Lookout Mountain overlooking Chattanooga. And Kathy said, funicular you too. And with that, it's Jason's turn.
I'm going to give a high to an unsung hero in this story. I was a little disappointed we didn't have guest stars listed on this because this young man stood out to me. He had no lines. Not one line was uttered. But if it wasn't for him, this whole day would have gone wrong. And that's the young man who is the second part of this two-person guard. Apparently, they're guarding this very important piece of infrastructure with a 12-year-old boy and somebody looked like from the Greatest Generation or something. But that young man, took that key, threw it over the side, and bought them the time that they needed for Zorro to get there to maybe save the day. We don't know if he saved the day or not. But if it wasn't for that boy, they would have had no chance. So, hi to young man, uncredited, no lines, but absolutely MVP of this episode.
Nice. Yes, I agree. Dublin.
I think one time in jiu-jitsu, I learned how to do the funicular, but it's outlawed in 3 states. So, I didn't do it. Yeah, I had to forget about it. Just part of the dark arts. Anyway, speaking of what Jason just said, I give a high to El Lobo because he just seems like he's just like a good bad guy to me. Good bad guy / he comes into the room and sees there's the old dude and the young boy, and the old dude's shaking the cane you can't be in here. He's like, shut up. I do what I want.
El Lobo takes joy in his work.
Yeah, there's just something about his casual level of bulliness that I'm like, I like the cut of his jib.
Marsden called him up and was like, hey, you should cut off the water supply. And he was like, yeah.
He's like,
and then he goes, I could just cut off the water supply or flood out the whole village.
The other guy gave him the idea. Oh, look at these things. We could just open up these gates and flood everybody.
Yeah, no one ever wants to do that. That's a nefarious idea. Nefarious, you say? We get the feeling that future generations of El Lobo, were definitely United States Marines.
He's
breaking shit.
Tree from which those branches.
Yes, right, over him is Chesty Puller, and then
El Lobo,
and then El Lobo. Take it, Jared.
I got you. All right, I'm just gonna jump in with a mini moment before we go back around again. I liked Zorro's gun skills in this one. He busted in there, and El Lobo was getting his gun out. And Zorro was like, I don't think so. Blam! I was like, whoa, that was cool.
Well, I was going to ask, was that his gun or was it the gun he was the goon he was wrestling?
I don't know. He shot someone's gun out like
Yeah.
quickness, like in
It was
close
quick,
quarters.
like,
It was like John Wick style. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
And
man.
he shot his hand. Ow! And Brad's like, "Oh, don't hurt me."
Brad doesn't fool around. But anyway, that was just a quick micro moment that I noticed. Let's go back to Pat for round 2.
I liked the actions that were happening in here. A lot of different action sets happening, and them running around too. It's kind of cool to see a dam that they were actually able to probably use in real life. That was really cool to see. I don't know what dam they use, but it'd be interesting to find out. Unless I don't know if that's in your fun facts at all.
It's not, but I did kind of do some quick digging. I was like, where did they film this? I want to. My memory's hazy, but I want to say it was in. I think they actually filmed in Mexico.
Okay,
and it did feel like they were using real locations, and some of those locations were very beautiful locations.
Yeah, so I like that how it was kind of centered, but yet had some different actiony scenes in it. And then you had the fight in a little room with him and the two guys, with Brad and the two guys. Then he's fighting all the other guys, and they're shooting at him too, and he's like trying to get away. Oh, just fun. And then he gets on this luge, whatever that thing is, the
funicular.
It's a luge to me. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty cool trick to get away.
Yeah, if you can't pronounce that, Pat, damned if you do. Damn it.
You don't.
It's the damn jokes of their way in later than I thought they would. By the way, verified it was shot in Cochilla, Mexico, but does feature other locations like Bronson Canyon, Iverson Movie Ranch, Red Rock Canyon State Park, Angeles National Forest, and Chatsworth, Los Angeles. So I'm not sure where the dam was, but it's one of those places. And that brings us to Jason.
Well, I'm going to give it a little low to our guy, Brad, the Lobo. I think that he missed an opportunity here. 2 opportunities to be exact. When he recovered the evidence with the letter, why not just burn that letter?
Yeah, just toss it in the fire.
It's like
I thought he was going to do that, Jason. I thought, or rip it up or something.
Yeah, problem solved. Just burn it and be done with it. And the other thing I would have done is, while that building was collapsing, that burning building was collapsing around Zorro, and that window was the only way out, I would have wrote off and I left his men just say, like, he sticks his head out there, put some bullets in it. You know,
why not just put bullets to the side of it?
So I mean, I just wait.
Bullets got to go through the walls, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true too. He could have, just keep shooting away. But at the very least, he's either going to burn with the building or eat lead when he comes out. But this would have been the end of Zorro if Marston had hired El Weasel as his henchman. It would have been game over in this episode.
That's a good point. I did think about that. Like, why don't you? It's the evidence. Just toss it back in the fire. It'd be done. That's a good point. Auburn Nelson in the chat says it has some damn action, and it did have some damn action. And it's time to pass it to damn Delvin. It didn't work there, but anyway.
Just alliterative, so we're gonna keep it in. I don't have much else. I thought the action was good enough. Like, the chase is on still. They're still trying to figure out ways to destroy the railroad, and they're coming up with some pretty good ideas. I'll just applaud Zorro's general bravery. He found out about this thing that went on, and he rode into action, and Saul's like, it was him against 1 million folks. A lot of folks would have been like,
turn around and get a lot of dudes.
There's a whole bunch of dudes.
He fought 2 guys in that room, man. Took them both out too.
The wolf pack runs deep. And Helica Fetty Wolf. That's it. That's who El Lobo is, like, on the family trio, and Helica and the wolf pack. There we go. Anyway, he was brave. Like, for him to just go in, it's like, I've got to do something. I thought that was cool. I appreciate that. It just showed that heroism to jump in with literal impossible odds. Because, the guy just decided to flood a doggone town. And he had to figure out how to unflood a town and then escape. Like, nearly impossible odds. So I give him credit for that.
Yeah, Zorro's a fun hero to watch in that regard. I did like how they wanted to remind us that, this is the singing cowboy era of films where all cowboys kind of had to sing. It was so kind of shoehorned in there because he was like, well, I lost that evidence. Guess I'll go home and sing.
And it was almost like he was trying to tell Joyce and not tell her, like, oh, maybe Zorro sings like this, and remember the Red River Valley. And she was like, ooh, that like almost like Zorro. I caught half a vapor, like if you were my cousin. Ooh. So yeah.
No, I don't think they're related. So I think we're okay on that.
I keep forgetting. I'm like,
the longest time we were trying to figure out, but I think Joyce and Philip are brother and sister, and Zorro's just like the third part. At least I hope so.
They're like the partners with
James, who's disinterested in
doesn't care.
Doesn't care.
He was emo before he was emo. He was like emo James.
Yeah, he did have some damn bravery, as was noted, Albert Elvis in the chat. I always like it when he busts out the whip. Makes me happy. So that made me happy at the beginning. But anyways, that's it for our rounds. Anybody else got anything in their burning embers?
I did have one other thing. Like, what was going to prevent Lobo's men from just going back and turning the stuff back off again after Zorro reset it?
After Brad wakes up or whatever, because he's still in there, right? Knocked out.
Yeah. I wasn't quite. I didn't
have to find out next episode if they turn it back on. Besides, Zorro's dead. I'm pretty sure he died going down that mountain.
Yeah, you know what the last thought going through his mind was? His butthole.
And with that, let's get into the fun facts. All right. This time around, I decided to take a look at one of the directors. I'm looking at William Whitney, who led a kind of interesting life. He was born in Lawton, Oklahoma. He was 4 years old when his father died, and he went to live with his uncle, who was an Army captain at Fort Sam Houston, which is a place that Delvin and I have both been to, and Jason probably too. Colbert Clark, Whitney's brother-in-law, introduced him to films by letting him ride in some chase scenes for the serial Fighting with Kit Carson, which I actually have, from 1933. Whitney stayed around the Mascot Pictures headquarters while preparing for an entrance exam to the U.S. Naval Academy. Well, he failed that exam, so he continued on at the movie studio. Whitney teamed up with director John English for several of Republic's most successful and best remembered serials. Whitney is credited with devising the modern system of filming movie fight sequences. Instead of filming a crowd of people wildly throwing punches at each other in a barroom brawl, Whitney broke the action down to separate, carefully choreographed shots, which he patterned after the dance sequences in Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers musicals. So a little bit of behind the scenes cutting edge fact here. You kind of started. Yeah. He saw how they were doing these musicals and getting more out of the motion and thought I could do that with guns and whips. And yeah, I thought that was neat. Final bullet, by the way, during World War II, he was drafted and he served in the U.S. Marine Corps, Delvin.
Oh, bro.
He's from that tree, that little tree.
They don't have any exam for him to fail.
It's wartime. It's the Marines. But he actually served as a combat cameraman unit. So they put his Hollywood skills into wartime skills. He was a combat cameraman. So I thought that was neat. So yeah, we actually have William Whitney, I think, to thank for a lot of moving the ball forward as far as action is filmed. And I thought that's neat. We're watching this happen, and I noticed it in this episode with the quick bam out of the hands, and it was, that's pretty cool. All right, that's William Whitney, and I'll try to remember next episode. We'll take a look at the other director of this one, John English. Hopefully I remember that. If not, sorry. All right, with that, let's get into the Whip Snap ratings. 5 Whip Snaps means you loved it. 4 is very good. 3 is good. 2, it was just okay. And 1, I did not like it. See any ones coming out of this one, but let's find out. We'll go to Delvin.
Strong 3. Step back from last episode, but still good. Still has my interest. I hope that just some good twist comes in, or at least, this was perilous, and it ended with a pretty good cliffhanger for Zorro. Don't know how he's going to get out of that rapidly moving funicular. But we'll see, and I'm still interested. So, strong 3 from me.
All right, let's go to the Pat.
I liked it. I'm going to give it a 4. I thought there was action. There was a little romance with a little singing and him trying to swoon his cousin or his whoever she is.
It's not his cousin.
Oh. And then the peril, like Delvin said, it's like, oh, wow, how is he going to get out of here? The way they showed it, it was like speeding right down to it's just going to stop there.
I'm hoping it's a full
God.
Batman when the plane crashed and Batman just walked out of the ride.
I thought, with the thing, it said the Plunge of Peril. I was thinking, he's definitely going to go over the edge in the dam or whatever and into the water. But nope, this is a different plunge.
Yeah, they got some use out of the mine carts. So 3 from Delvin, 4 from Pat. Jason.
I'm going to roll with Pat on this one so I can securely get my place on Too Cool Guy Island.
That's the exact thought I had.
Too cool goddamn. Too cool goddamn.
I mean, it wasn't a perfect episode by any stretch of the imagination. We mentioned a couple, questions in the plot point, but Jared, like you, I really enjoy, I love the whip. Whenever you use the whip, that boosts it up for me. I thought the dam setting was interesting because we hadn't seen that before. There was some great action on it. Finally, like even the crooning scene, as ridiculous as it seemed, I liked the line. I thought the line was great when he says, "Oh, I guarantee you, I sing as well as Zorro."
Yeah,
that was a baller line. So 4 from me.
I had the exact same thought, Jason. I was like, I'm going to match whatever Pat says so I can be on Cool Guy Island. Because I could really go 3 or 4, so I'll happily get on Cool Guy Island with a 4.
Ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
3 damn cool guys.
3 damn cool guys.
Fine, I'll just sit on the funicular by myself then.
One plunging chump.
One plunging and chump on a funicular. Auburn Elvis said he didn't watch it, but he'll give it a letter grade and he gives it a Z. That makes perfect sense to me. With all that out of the way, it is time to get in the California Yucatan Railroad mailbag. We are thrilled to kick off these comments with special shout outs to our Crusaders Club members. These are the fine folks who have joined our crusade. They get early access to special long box episodes. They get to vote on show content. They get free raffle entries. They get behind the scenes access to live recordings like the folks in the chat right now. Shout out to Auburn Elvis and Captivating Kathy Bright, the MVP, and whoever that third lurker is. Here are the folks reaping the benefits and giving some much appreciated support to the show.
Alan W. Wright.
And Helica Lobo. Ow.
Auburn Elvis in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Thank you very much.
Bill Beer.
Billy D.
Bradley Dillo.
Braxton Underwood.
Carrie.
Clinton Robinson.
Captain Entropy.
Clark Westfield.
Dave Collins. Battlewagon.
Eric Hodges.
Eric Porter.
Ezra Gallo.
Gary V.
Gene Hendricks.
George Meal.
Gerald Green.
Heinz K.
Django Unfettered.
Jason Keene.
Jason Lady.
Jeff Bollier.
Jarman. I hope you like Jarman too.
Well done, Pat. Jim Meal.
Joe Man Conan.
Joe Thomas.
John Watson.
Josh Strickland.
Candace Ward.
Captivating Kathy Bright, the MVP, joining us in the super secret chat.
Matt and Lizzie Passo.
Mark Ross.
Michael Minton.
Miranda W.
P.D. Devons.
Paul Hicks.
Rick from Jeff and Rick Present.
Ronald Easterday.
Rob Morgan.
Scott.
Sean Urbanski.
Snake Plissken.
Spidey 67.
Spreadsheet.
Steve Cronin.
Steve Martin.
Tim Price.
Tony Pennington.
And Toronto Cop.
If we missed anyone on the list, we apologize. Keep in mind, we record these episodes well in advance of release, so if you're a recent edition, we should be adding you soon, but no worries. Let us know we missed you by sending an email to contact@longboxcrusade.com. We'll straighten it out. If you're asking yourself, how do I become a Crusaders Club member? It is simple. Head over to patreon.com and search Longbox Crusade for as little as $1 a month. You'll get access to the amazing world of Crusaders Club. We would love to have you come and check it out. And if times are tight and you don't have that buck a month laying around, we understand. You can still help us out here at Longbox Crusade headquarters by taking a moment to write a review, write a comment, a like, a share, anywhere you find Longbox Crusade. That stuff helps, and we appreciate it on our never-ending quest to bring you more entertainment and dominate the world.
I felt like I needed an evil laugh.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good evil laugh, too, by the way. And guys, we got a couple of comments. I know.
What?
I know.
Oh, I just usually figure we're going right through this thing. We're done, right?
Almost. These are for a couple episodes ago, chapter 6, The Final Shot. That was a good episode. And the comments begin.
All right, I'll take our first one from Dave Collins, the old battle wagon. And he sends us a picture meme gif, whatever. It says, "It was a firefight."
That's from Boondock Saints.
Yes.
I never
Yeah,
saw
read
that, so
the
I don't
comment. You got to read the comment that goes with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah. I guess I wasn't sorry. It says, Dave says, "Great Boondock Saints callback, Delvin. It was a firefight."
It was a firefight.
There you go. That's how the line is delivered.
Yes,
Well done. Well done.
thank you. Pat, have you seen Boondock Saints before?
No, I have not.
It's one of my 8 movies. It's a good
Is
one.
it?
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
I have to put it on my list.
We have another comment from Dave Collins. Battle Wagon was doing some work for this one. He says, "Actual customer drinking a 1 peso cup of coffee. Pat and Dave's come down on them tacos." I like it. The picture of a dapper gentleman with a nice part on the left side of his hair, and a pompadour, drinking out of a fancy cup. Y'all do it. Y'all do it big.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm just going to tell you right now, because of this episode, we are having a 1 peso all you can drink at our fountains. We're opening the floodgates for everybody to come down.
I see what you did there. It's very
Have some
clever.
1 peso will get you all you can drink fountain drinks right now at Pat and Dave's. Come down on the tacos.
Eat too many of those tacos, you're going to take the deadly plunge, though, I'll tell you that. So we've got one here. It's a GIF or a GIF, if you will. I never understood that. Why it's called a GIF. It's a graphic, right? Graphic image
File. So it should,
graphic. So it should be GIF. It should be GIF, right?
Yeah, I concur.
Okay. But anyway, this is from Kathy. She sends us this GIF of a Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi, sorry, blasphemy, in the fridge. Somebody taking it, and it says team hashtag 10 coffee, team hashtag diet soda.
See, it says no coffee. She's hashtag no coffee.
So she's team hashtag no coffee. I got it. Okay, so she doesn't do the coffee. So she might be down there to open those when you open those floodgates for your 1 peso soft drink, though. Gotcha. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Kathy. Lucky Kathy was in the chat to clarify.
She is. She said that she's never seen Boondock Saints, but she has pictures with both the main actors, as if anyone is surprised by Kathy's pictures with celebrities.
They're both models as well. Yeah. Go figure.
Yeah. But I'll take the last comment. Is from our friend Bill from the Bat Pod. And he just said, one of my favorites. I don't know if it's one of his favorite episodes that we've done or one of his favorite Zorro episodes, but something we did was one of his favorites. And I appreciate that. And as a reminder, we'd love to hear your comments anywhere on social media. We will do our best to grab them and bring them onto the show. And the most fun thing to do is to leave a voicemail at 707-532-5269.
Hey, Jason, this is Rick. I'm heading to the beer store, and you wanted me to pick up some beer for Casa de Data. Something about your guys needed it because you're the butler. I don't know. You just said that you need to fill up that place with a whole bunch of booze. Something about Zorro's off his rocker. I don't know. Hey, that got me thinking. What kind of tasty beverage do you and each of your crew like when you're out there riding those dusty trails and whipping up against those outlaws? Take care, guys. Bye.
707-532 LBOX.
Get on the funicular.
Yes. And with that, Jason's going to close us out.
All right. Well, that's it for this episode of Saturday Matinee Theater. If you'd like to hear more from us in the realm of comic books, action films, and more, then you can check out the Longbox Crusade. Pat, where can they find that?
Well, Jason, I'm glad you asked. You can find the Longbox Crusade on pretty much all those podcatchers out there. Just go ahead and search on your favorite podcatcher for Longbox Crusade, or go to www.longboxcrusade.com. You can get links to different shows there, or we're on X, and we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, Blue Sky, and YouTube. Even if we're out at YouTube, go and find us there and like us, subscribe to us, help us grow that community there.
Yeah, we busted 400.
Busted.
We're like 404 now subscribers. So
Woo, we're growing.
Well, thank you very much, Pat. And while I got you here, why don't you tell the folks where they can find you online?
Well, I'm glad you asked again, Jason. Thank you very much for that. You can find me on the X at Christatos01, and I'm also hanging out at Pat and Dave's Come Down on Those Tacos, handing out fountain drinks for $1. All you can drink for $1. Delvin, where can you be found?
Delvin Ray, Threads, and Instagram. What about you, Jason?
You can find me at Jason Albrecht on Instagram. And Jared, why don't you round this out?
I am at Yard Sale Artist on X, Facebook, and Instagram. It is all at Yard Sale Artist.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Now get your quiver filled with arrows and get ready to fight against taxation, because our next episode will continue our journey through the 1955 adventures of Robin Hood, the television series. We'll see you next episode for episode 15, The Alchemist. The meetup location, Sherwood Forest.
Please remember to replace the speaker on the post when you leave the theater.